Now, I'm not a digital transformation expert. I'm not a change management expert. However, I've gone through 4 digital transformations. 3 of them failed, 1 of them succeeded. Now you can guess which one succeeded, the one with Mohar.
Oh, thank you.
And that's why I'm here
Thank
speaking.
you.
So I just want to take this opportunity to thank Mohar and thank Dr. Ahmed for the wonderful work we did for the digital transformation. Now, success and failure means different things to different people. Of the 3 digital transformations that failed, one of the ERPs wasn't even launched. It was canceled halfway through. The other 2 ERPs were launched, and they're still being used by the company. However, they were considered a failure for 4 reasons. First off, it took much longer than planned to implement. Second off, it cost much more to implement than planned. Third off, the implementation phase and then just the management of the ERP itself was draining to the entire company. So by the end of the digital transformation process, the entire company was, I don't want to use this ERP anymore. We're exhausted with it. We hate it. The 4th reason why these 2 ERPs that went live, however, are considered a failure is because they didn't make the company more efficient. So we went through that whole process and we didn't improve processes. We didn't reduce the time it takes to conduct transactions. Now, why did those digital transformations fail? First off, over customization. The ERP team customized the application so much to the point that there were so many bugs that we had to keep fixing it over and over and over again, number 1. Number 2, there were so many bugs and there's so many customization that no one could track how the input landed with the output. So we would get an output from the system and no one could track, well, how did that come from the input? And that was due to over customization. Another reason that's part of the failure in terms of customization was because both organizations used a third-party vendor to help them customize the application. So when the bugs happen or when no one could trace the input with the output, the third-party vendor said, well, that's a software issue. Well, the software provider said, well, you've customized it so much, the warranty is over. I can't help you with it anymore. The third reason why, or the second reason why these ERP were considered a failure was governance. And when I started working with Dr. Ahmed, I knew Mohar was the right company to go with because he focused on governance so much. What are the 2 most important internal functions of a company? Pay your staff on time, pay your vendors on time. And now, who in a company is responsible for those 2 functions? The finance division. So one of the ERP team that was rolled out previously, the IT division rolled out the digital transformation because the executive management thought to themselves, well, this is a software, so let's have IT run it. Now, after a year or 2, they realized this is not IT software. We're not experts in finance. We're not experts in following the transaction of paying a staff member. So then halfway through, it shifted over to the finance division. So the 3 key reasons these ERPs failed: first off, over customization. Second off, a third party leading the customization. And the third off, the lack of agreement or the lack of clarity on governance. One thing I want to go back to the third-party vendor that helped with the customization. They started the process before the digital transformation began, and they helped these organizations identify which application they want and which application makes sense for that particular organization. That third-party vendor was selling a silver bullet. it was saying this application, this cloud-based application is going to solve all your problems. And I love the quotes that I've seen in the presentations earlier, that if you don't have, or maybe it was in the PowerPoint that I was reading earlier, if you don't have a good process, no ERP or no application is going to solve the process. And obviously the second piece is also humans, people. One thing that was a lack of emphasis was on the difficulty in change management, the difficulty in training someone who's been doing the same job for 15 years to do it a different way. So I think Mr. Hussam was mentioning the importance of change management, and I can't stress enough that you can't go through a digital transformation, you can't go through an ERP without really understanding the importance of change management and people. Now, let's pivot to why our experience with Mohor was so successful. First off, no customization. When we've done the market analysis, we said, let's go and find a cloud-based HR platform out there that fits our processes, fits our needs, fits our staffing. You know, I'm the Deputy Chief of Party for Finance Operations for a $70 million project over 5 years. I don't have a 2-3 year implementation phase. I have a 3-month implementation phase. So those were one of the 2 key requirements: no customization and a quick implementation phase. We rolled out Mohor and started running payroll with Mohor under a month, 14 days. Less than 2 weeks, we had it up and running, and we just ran it again successfully. And another reason why it was successful is that we didn't use a third-party vendor. Dr. Ahmed Hussein led our implementation. He led even the change management with us. So it was a very fun process. Another reason why working with Mohor was successful is Dr. Ahmed didn't sell us this silver bullet. He said, you can customize the systems if you want, but these are the steps you need to take. This is the cost it's going to take. This is the time it's going to take. So I really saw him as an honest broker of showing us, you can customize if you want to, but these are the steps you want to take. Or if you don't want to, these are the other steps you want to take. The final reason why our digital transformation was so smooth was because I have the best finance and HR team in the business, and they did a fantastic job leading the implementation with Dr. Ahmed. Thank you.
Thank you.